Hi. Happy
Hello.
Friday.
Happy
Getting my
Friday.
grin.
Yeah.
Here we go. It has been a week, and I know all of us are dealing with stuff, but I hurt my back. So just sitting around on
Hooray.
pillows looking at, my boss said, "Why are you working from your couch?" I said, "It hurts to sit in my chair."
Oh.
So
And you
anyway,
don't, where's your personal masseuse?
I know. He's in the other room actually. Um, No, but so a couple of folks at the church last night from the LDS folks asked, "So how'd you hurt your back?" And I said, "Well, it was from running into a building to save those orphans from the burning orphanage." Just overdid it. No, I was doing yard work.
Might as
So,
well.
so how are you two? Yeah, I
Yeah,
got it.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Lots
Right,
going on.
yeah,
Allison?
yeah.
Fabulous.
Lots
Yes,
going on. I know
I'm living the
Allison.
dream.
I know Allison. You're dealing with a sick mom and worried with all that, and well, you're in our prayers constantly. So.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I just I've been keeping an eye on flights just in
Mhm.
Yeah.
case I need to go. But
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you're dealing with that, and then you kind of like you're like both of you as the pastors of the church, you're both like the parents of everybody at the church. So when somebody's hurting, you have to run and run and run, and it's been a
Mhm.
lot of that going on lately. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
a lot of hurting people.
yes, there
Mhm.
are.
Yeah.
So, but there's also a lot of hope and a lot of joy, and we need to share that together whenever possible
And
in
we are
these
good
Yeah.
enough.
uncertain times. Yes, we are good enough.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
are good enough. Um,
Doggone it, people like
Doggone
me.
it.
Who was that? Oh, Stuart Smalley.
There was Molly, yeah. So we had a really cool. I work for a large corporation, Allstate, and we're doing these connection things because so many of us work from home, and we have coworkers. I have coworkers in India. I have coworkers in Ireland. I have coworkers in Georgia, North Carolina, Texas, all around the world, and we're having a really hard time connecting as groups. So yesterday we did this really fun group thing where we all got on a Zoom meeting. We did these trivia things and we tried to incorporate, like, it was music trivia, movie trivia, and we tried to incorporate things from all different decades so everybody would, I know stuff from the
How fun.
70s that other people are not gonna. So, and we had a blast. Absolutely had a blast. Everybody did lunch together or dinner, whatever that were. Had a
Nice.
wonderful time and got to know some people. We told fun facts about ourselves. It's a lot of fun. So,
Cool.
and we're trying for the folks that are here in Northern California, we're trying to have these connection meetings where we can go and have meetings together in person, which are not
Mm.
very many of us anymore, I don't think. So
Are you all
lots of
all in the area?
there's a few of us here in Sacramento that used to work for Esurance,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not on the same team anymore.
Mm.
We
Mm-hmm.
report to different people. We have different departments. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
for those of us who are, there are three of us that are. We're trying to have more in-person meetings. So
Mm.
maybe once a month we'll go into an office. We've got flex pods here where we can rent and go in and meet. So,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. Pandemic changed everything.
Boy, it did.
Yeah.
It
I've been
did.
working from home for 5 years last month and I've enjoyed it, but I also feel disconnected from the people I work with.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So, anywho, what's going on besides next week is Palm Sunday?
And Monday,
Hosanna.
Good Friday, and then
Yeah,
Easter.
I know. It's
Mm-hmm.
here.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
We've been getting a lot of stuff, a lot of good comments on the series. Good enough. We talked about that. We joke about it too. Hey, we're
Yeah,
good enough. Yeah. So,
yeah. Our series is good enough.
yes.
Some
So,
days are better than others.
last week we had the women's retreat up in Auburn. There was what, 46 people?
Yeah. It was supposed to be 48 or 49, but some people had to cancel at the last minute.
Mm.
Yeah. But I got to meet, well, I think I had met Montoya before when she was at the church, what, in 2018?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She,
Mm.
And
Mm. Yeah, it's been a while.
but I didn't get a chance to talk to her then. I did get a chance to talk to her last Saturday. What an adorable, sweet lady.
mhm,
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely amazing.
A lot of energy.
And she
yes.
was there with her husband sitting in the hospital with a heart surgery or heart condition. So
Mm-hmm.
my heart went out to her. She was dealing with that, but her energy was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just great. And Susie and Jeannie, sorry, um, my brain's off somewhere. Um,
Yeah,
gave me the little prayer jar
yeah.
for
Nice.
being there on Saturday. So it was
Nice.
really nice.
Yeah,
So
everybody had really good things to say about it, all the ladies.
I had a good time. Sorry, my
Mhm.
computer, my work computer's over there and it's pinging and I keep going, do I need to answer it? No, I don't. So, but what else is going on?
Golf tournament tomorrow.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're recording this on Friday the 4th. The golf tournament is tomorrow morning. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
um, Melanie, do you want to talk about confirmation?
Yes, the bishop is holding a confirmation retreat on Memorial Day weekend. And so the kiddos who have said they want to participate in confirmation, if you'd like to go to the retreat, it's for anybody doing confirmation this year. So it doesn't matter that we haven't started classes yet. It's just for everybody doing confirmation this year. And she's so fun. She was with us a couple of weeks ago, and so I think the weekend is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to go and help, and I would love to bring our kids with me. So that's Memorial Day weekend, and I think it's Friday through Sunday. I think we're actually coming home Sunday, not
It's at
staying through
Lodestar,
Monday.
correct?
Uh-huh. Yep. A camp. Uh, so yeah, let me know if you're interested in going to camp and hanging with the bishop for a weekend. Should
Yeah.
be fun.
Should
Is
They're
be
it by,
fun.
planning a lot of fun, silly stuff. It'll be good.
is it by Jackson?
Um,
I'm trying to think. I
I
know
don't
it's not
know
that,
that area well enough to
yeah, it's
know.
out somewhere out that way.
Yeah. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's a,
Wow. Oh, speaking of the bishop, we have that event coming up tomorrow. You said you were going to be at. I'm going to try to go
Mm-hmm.
with the pop-up choir. They're going to have a
Mm-hmm.
service at 4 o'clock, and the bishop's going to be giving some talks afterwards. And
Mm-hmm.
it's at
Mm-hmm.
St. Mark's United Methodist Church downtown Sacramento. I don't have the address of that, but that should be really cool. I'm hoping to
Yeah.
go. I'm
Uh-huh.
really hoping to be there.
My
So
parents are in town, and my dad, as a music minister, has done the Strathty's music for years and years. And so when I asked him if they wanted to go, um, my dad said, "Yes, I would love to meet the Strathty's, and
they're
just put a face with the name and tell them how much I've enjoyed their music over the years." So
such an amazing
be
couple,
cool.
just the sweetest
Hmm.
people. I've
They
dealt with
really
them a couple
are.
of times now. They
Mhm.
did the online service for us in 2020 during the pandemic,
Yeah, that's
that's
right.
right.
and they
Hmm.
did a previous service, which I wasn't a part of. That was before my time at the church, but they did another service for us years ago.
Hmm.
Just wonderful people,
Hmm.
just
Hmm.
wonderful people, and
Hmm.
so talented.
Yeah.
They write
Hmm.
some great songs. We've
Hmm.
done several, especially what's their Christmas, their Advent song. Um,
Can't let,
Journey Just Begun.
yeah, or
Oh,
We've
yes.
done that many years at the
okay.
church during Advent.
I
So
didn't realize that was his. Cool. Or
yes,
theirs, I should say.
yeah.
And you mentioned one earlier when we were chit-chatting.
Draw the circle
Draw the
wide.
Draw
Circle
the Circle
Wide is
Wide.
theirs. Yeah, he's got some stuff in the Faith We Sing,
Yeah.
more
So
contemporary stuff.
and they're
Yeah.
in their 80s and they just keep going,
Yeah.
constantly busy.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
um, we got a really good update on the Capitol campaign last Sunday.
Hmm.
And we had a drum roll and everything, and we are up to $87,500 of our $250,000
Woohoo!
goal. So, yay,
Yay!
team.
Hmm.
That's pretty cool. So, I did get a note this week from Alaire Outlaw and Sarah Nita. There's the Still Standing Guard events coming up. There's one on April 16th at 6 p.m. There is a presentation to the Loomis Basin Historical Society about the Still Standing Guard project, and that's at the Loomis Library. That is free. Um, there's also on April 17th a film viewing at the Sierra College Dietrich Theater from 2 to 5 p.m. And there's more events coming up. There's information in the Lantern. There's more events on May 8th, May 22nd, May 29th. There is so much happening with that, and that is such a wonderful story to tell
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
impacted our church directly
Hmm.
during World War II. So I think it's a great opportunity to learn more and to honor
Hmm. For
those people
sure.
who were there. Yeah.
It's
Um,
Especially now.
Yeah, especially.
Right.
Um, I had to change screens. Here we go. Oh, so the endowment grants are back for 2025. We have $13,000 available. Um, for unrestricted grants, $7,000 available for senior grants to fund actions that enhance our vision of following Jesus by worshiping God, deepening faith, serving others, and reaching out. There's application forms in the church office. Um, there's a lot of information, and we have a deadline of May 5th
Right.
that we have to have those submitted, which is coming up fast. Today is April 4th, so we have about a month. So, um, if you want to learn more, if you have any ideas of money that of projects that money could be spent on, submit your request. So information is in the lantern, or call the office.
Very good.
Um, Great pictures from the women's retreat last week. That are in the land. I love those little prayer jars.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. That was so sweet of Jeannie and Susie to give me that one. It's downstairs on my coffee table. So, um, so we are here. This Sunday we have, no, following Sunday, April 13th on Palm Sunday, we have a place at the table potluck. It's an all church potluck after worship. And if you have any questions on it, contact Leslie Nake. Her contact information's in the lantern, or you can find her on Realm. So I want to do that one too. But I am doing the vegan thing right now.
Mm.
Mm.
So we'll see. I'll figure out something. Um, Monday, Thursday. So
Huzzay!
yeah,
And communion.
Yay.
a week from
Yay.
Sunday is Palm Sunday. It's April 13th. My favorite thing about
Yay.
Palm Sunday is Bonnie doing Via Dolorosa. I'm sorry.
Oh,
She
yeah,
just
yeah.
knocks that song out of the
Mhm.
park. But then the following week, we have Monday, Thursday, April 17th, Thursday at 6 p.m. Today service, my favorite service of the year, every
Me
year.
too. Me too. And
So,
communion.
and communion. Good Friday, it's going to be split. We have the first part, which is our series. We have a Good Friday part of the series for Good Enough, the series. And then we have our cantata, which is a joint choir of Roseville United Methodist Church, Elk Grove United Methodist Church, and Roseville and Granite Bay Latter-day Saints churches, and more. Anybody who wants to join can join. And we have right now 16 people in the orchestra.
Wow.
It's going to be a big event for us, and I am really looking forward to it. Total service will probably be maybe an hour and 15, hour and 20. So, but that's going to be good. Um,
Mhm.
We only do one cantata a year now, and so this is our big one this
Mhm.
year. So we have our first orchestra rehearsal on Monday. I'm looking forward to that.
Fun.
But that's going to be a busy week. We have to be at the church on Monday night for orchestra rehearsal, and then Thursday for Monday, Thursday service and the cantata rehearsal, and then Friday for Good Friday, and then I may just crash on Saturday.
You can
So
sleep on the couch in the
yeah,
church office or in the pine room.
so it's going to
Right.
be a busy week. And
I'll
then
be
we
at a
have,
track meet all day that Saturday.
oh, that's right. And that's your birthday weekend too.
Yeah, I'm not having a birthday this year.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
getting older, but I'm not celebrating.
Um, so and then we have Easter service, of course, April 20th at 9:30 um, at the church or online. And then we have the Easter egg hunt that Sunday as well during Godly Play.
As a matter of fact, I keep knocking. I have a big box of treats under my desk, and my feet keep knocking it because it's all the stuff that are going in little eggs.
Well, I got to remember to put a 20 in my wallet so I can give somebody 20 for some. Um, so I'm looking through the lantern to see if there's anything else. Um, that's it. That's all I've got. Anything else that we can think of?
Trying to think what's coming up, what's on the calendar.
Well, we have Senior Sunday coming up in May.
Right.
May
That's going to be
18th.
on May 18th. We have um, Living Treasure Sunday, which is going to be in August this year,
Yes.
the
That's
20.
the big one I was thinking of. And at some point with the launch of the book, Still Standing Guard, I'll probably have one worship service where we talk about our history a little bit.
Oh,
Cool.
okay.
Just kind of like tie that in.
That's a good idea. I think it's
Yeah.
great.
I am
Um,
planning a intergenerational VBS weekend, a
Oh,
Friday night, Saturday morning, and then after church on Sunday for probably August, right
oh,
before school starts or something. So I'm putting that together. I hadn't really said anything because I need to kind of map it out and pick a date and that sort of thing. But
that
I'm
sounds great.
that would
I'm
be cool.
copying that idea from another church in our conference who did that last year at annual conference. We're sitting there and this slide pops up, and I don't know what it was in relation to, but it showed that this church was doing a Friday night, Saturday morning, and then after church Sunday for everybody. And I thought, oh, okay, it's not interfering with the work schedule, and
Well, and we
you
can
know,
use the picnic area.
mm-hmm,
'Cause
mm-hmm.
we have that barbecue area.
And the cooler times of the day, and if you can't, like, it's not a series, so like if you can't
Yeah.
come Friday night, you could still come Saturday morning, you could go to all three, or you could go to one or two, anyway.
Right.
So more info about that to come, but I need to
Awesome.
get a date on the calendar.
I don't have anything else I can think of. There's just so much going on in and around the church, and annual conferences coming up. Um, the last weekend in June, just so much keeping us busy. And we have a lot of people in the church right now who are who are in need of prayer and pastoral care, and the caring ministries team is doing a great job, but there is so much happening.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
um, anything else we need to announce we think of? I looked it up. The Living Treasure Sunday is going to be on August 24th. We haven't
Okay.
announced dates for the Heritage Dinner or luncheon, have we, this
In the
year
fall.
in the fall?
No, they're not doing it in the fall. They're moving it back to March. So,
Oh, like a year from now.
yes.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
that just seemed to be a better time to do it.
Mm-hmm. Fall has gotten so busy.
Yeah.
That kind of used to be one of the down times of the church, like once you got school kicked off, then it was like you had kind of a little downturn
Until you get
before
to
Advent,
Advent, yeah.
but not anymore.
Yeah. I got a huge list of joys and concerns. Um, One that is not on the list yet, but Don Harris from our choir had shoulder surgery yesterday. I did talk to his daughter, Nancy, at cantata rehearsal last night. He came through the surgery well and is at home recuperating and is doing fairly well afterwards. So um, I'm sure he would appreciate our prayers. We got the prayer request, which is also not in here right now because Sharon probably just hadn't had it yet. She sent me this list yesterday. But Jim Schrader
Mm-hmm.
had a fall, and that went out on the prayer chain last night.
Mm-hmm.
There in Merced, and they were still in the emergency room last night. So I
Mm-hmm.
haven't heard
He
anything
hadn't
this
been
morning.
treated yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I texted Corinne, but haven't heard back.
Okay. Linda Whitmer is in need of prayer. Patty Ward, Marie Bowden, Art Emmett, Sanchia Spandau, Debbie Stogner, George Blind, Gordon West, Kim Montenegro. My brother Craig, he's still on here, but he's doing okay. And I'm gonna
Okay.
actually let Sharon know he can come off that list.
Okay, good.
He is seeing a cardiologist and is doing better. Brooke Craycraft's mom recovering from recent
Yeah.
cancer surgery. Um, Mitch Pingree, Diane Pingree's grandson. He worked with me at Esurance for a short time. He was a locker partner with a young officer that was killed in Olivehurst, and Mitch is devastated over that loss. Um, Joan Goodell's daughter, Abby, is having some concerns with her pregnancy, so keeping her in prayer. Lots of storms in Tennessee. Sharon sent out a note requesting
Yeah.
prayer for her family in the Memphis area. the Myanmar earthquake victims, keeping all of them in prayer. I know there's more. I
Gaza.
know
God,
Sherry and Tom
mhm.
Teal
Yeah.
and Gaza. Who else
Mhm.
in the church? There's just so many. I saw Polly die at church on Sunday. It was wonderful to see her and get a hug.
Frank
Uh,
Chapman is
Frank
doing a little
Chapman.
better.
Great
He's
chat.
home.
So, my cousin, this is a Joy. We'll move on to Joy's in a sec. Go ahead. Anybody else we need to? We do have a few Joys. Britta is finished with dialysis. I talked to her
Yay.
on Saturday at the women's retreat before I did the music. She was smiles. She was doing well.
Good,
So,
good.
I sat at her table at the
oh,
retreat.
good, good. Such a sweet lady. Diane Pingree new granddaughter, number 7, her 7th great
Great
grandchild.
granddaughter.
Great granddaughter. Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
Sawyer Storm arrived on March 25th.
Oh, what a cool name.
Yes. And then her friend Sarah Sutliff was there for the weekend, went to the women's retreat. I got to meet her on Saturday as well. And she was at church with Diane on Sunday too. She was a member of our church many years ago. The women's retreat was wonderful. Thanks to Reverend Motoy for leading and Claire organizing. It was wonderful. I was only there for the first hour, I guess, just as people were registering, getting settled. And I visited with some folks and talked to a lot of people and led some music. And we had a good time. It was great.
Good.
So,
That team between Claire and Susie and Jeannie and you, Ray and Motoy, it was like everything was seamless.
Hmm.
good.
You all did such a great job.
I just show up and play and leave.
Yeah.
So it's like I told them I'm gonna leave and let you do your secret handshakes and stuff. So, but I had a good time. It was always so nice to visit with the ladies there. So, um, Tom McElhatton, thanks Caring Ministries and Mary Elliott for Cards of Healing. Um, that's all I got. That was a whole list. Anything else we need to bring up? Oh, well, I was going to bring up my cousin, Andy. He is the one who's diagnosed with lung cancer. He's gone through chemo and radiation, had part of his right lung removed 2 weeks ago and is recovering very well. But the doctor said it looks like they've got all the cancer. So, and it is not spread anywhere. So they're very happy about that. So thanks for everybody's prayers on him. That's all I
I'm
got.
excited. My parents are in town.
Yay. Are they going to be at church on Sunday?
Yep.
Good.
Dad is our liturgist, and I asked him to help with communion, and so
Oh.
That's awesome.
like, don't think you're gonna come to church and not work.
How dare you think that? Yeah.
I know. I was a couple weeks ago. I was looking up to see who the liturgist was for this week, and it was empty. There, nobody had signed up, and I'm like, Dad, guess what? Bring your
Nice.
little black dress.
We're going to be missing quite a few band members this weekend, so we're going to be Bonnie's gone this Sunday, Greg's
Oh,
gone
bummer.
this Sunday. So special music. I'm singing solo on Sunday.
Oh, good.
Okay.
What are you singing? Or is it
It's
a
an
surprise?
old hymn called "Turn Your Eyes Upon Jesus."
I love that. Oh, yay.
Well, it was recommended in the series stuff, and I
Oh,
do it
okay.
as a solo, so I was like, we'll throw it together. We've done it
That's a
before.
good
We did it
one.
like 5, 6 years ago. I did it.
Mhm.
Um,
I love that
I
song.
love that song. It's oldie but goodie.
I grew up with that. As a
Uh,
matter of fact, I think we sang that
I think I did
before
too.
prayer time.
Yes.
Really?
We did.
Didn't we do that at Loomis?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it was the prayer, just the
Just-
first couple of stanzas or something?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
so. I think you're right.
But yeah, we're doing that, and then we're also doing one of my favorite hymns, "Jesus Walked This Lonesome Valley."
Oh, yeah.
Love that song.
Mm-hmm.
So good week. And then the choir's doing an anthem called "May I Be Still," which we've done before. It's a beautiful song. So
Nice.
it's gonna be a good weekend, I think. I think. Good service. Busy weekend with a golf tournament tomorrow,
Uh-huh.
a barbecue. Wow. And then the concert thing at
St.
St.
Mark's.
St. Mark's,
Mm-hmm.
which is close to my house. I need to get my butt up and go. But it's
What
going to
time
be
does it
depending upon
start?
if I can get my butt up to go.
4? It starts
4.
at 4.
Yep. I have to be there at 3. The choir's rehearsing at 3. But
Yeah, it'll be too much with the
yeah.
golf tournament.
Yeah.
There's- Yeah.
Well, when I
Yeah.
was going to be doing this next lay servant ministry class, I was not going to try to go because I wouldn't finish that up till between 2 and 3.
Right.
I was
Mhm.
like, nah, I can't. But now that I decided to hold off on this class because there's too much going on,
Mhm.
with Easter, Good Friday, blah 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 blah, everything else,
Yeah.
and writing charts for the annual conference music, which I've got to get completed so I can have a rehearsal with our people.
We're so
Um,
glad you're going to be there.
I'm looking forward to that. I am
Yay.
really looking forward to that.
We're gonna give you such crap.
Well,
That's right.
I've got some really good musicians and singers lined up, so I think we're gonna have a good
We're
time.
going to heckle you.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
All
I
good
would-
stuff.
What
all good
else is
stuff.
new?
Right.
When I was
would
getting
say-
baptized, you were
I would
planning
say
to
that I
get
would
me in the
sit in
river.
the front, but there's no way I'm sitting in the front. I'm taking my spot in the back.
Right.
All right.
I don't sit in the front.
Well, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I got to meet the bishop a couple weeks ago and talk to her. And
Mhm.
I've been working with Pastor Angel Rivero from the Roseville Church, and he's wonderful to work with. And
He is. He
yeah, I'm
is.
really looking forward to it. And he's such a positive energy to be
Yeah.
around.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
I really, really enjoyed working with him too.
Mhm.
Except when we sit next to each other at the annual conference session. The two of us cannot sit next to each other.
But he's
That's
a
how
lot
I
of
am
fun.
with Dave Pettingill.
Yeah, you can't
Last
sit
year, Dave and I were cracking up, and Maybell's like, "Would you two shut up?"
Well, it was good you had an adult in the room.
Right, exactly. Thanks, Maybell. We did. We both were like little kids. We're like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom.
That's why we have Sharon in the office. She's our adult.
Yeah, yeah, truly.
When I was a kid, we'd go to the church. Of course, back when I was growing up, we had to wear our Sunday best, shirt and tie, the whole 9 yards. And if me and my brother Craig were acting up, my mama would lean over, "You wait till I get you home."
Oh,
And I was like, "Oh, sorry,
right.
Mom."
I knew the butt busting was coming.
So that's exactly what I thought of when you said Maybell would say, "Would you two shut?" So
Yeah.
it's fun. Who wants to lead us in a word of prayer today?
Can you lead us, Melanie?
Sure. Loving God, creator of all goodness, mercy, and love, thank you for our church community, for our coworkers and friends and extended family. Thank you for all the good things that are happening against the backdrop of the horrors of this world. We thank you for giving us joy and things to celebrate. Focus our attention on those things so that we can serve you better in a hurting world. We pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you for that.
Okay. So
You
busy
know,
week.
Ray,
What?
I think sometimes Ray needs to close us in prayer
Yes.
to get
Well,
some practice on
I
the
do-
new thing you're taking on.
I actually have one of those classes coming up called Leading Public Prayer.
Okay.
They have a class on it?
They do have a class on
I
it.
want to go to that.
I know. We might have to sign up.
Yeah.
Well, and the classes that I'm taking are open to anybody who wants to sign up. And I highly recommend, especially the basics class, teaches you about the history of the Methodist Church and, a lot of the things that has been known for and how we've led the way and with women leading the church
Yeah.
and that kind of thing. Wonderful stuff. I highly recommend it. You can sign up through the California Nevada Conference website. Just go do it. The one on the spiritual gifts. Amazing
I
class.
bet
We have
that was
great
good.
Yeah,
teachers.
that's always a good one.
Do
The
you know
one-
when the prayer one is?
Well, yeah. CN UMC.
And is it a day? Like it's a,
No, it's usually 2 Saturdays, like
Oh,
from 9
okay,
a.m.
okay.
till 2 p.m.
oh, okay.
The course schedule is
I'm
leading
sorry, didn't mean to
public
put you
prayer.
on the
No, it's
spot.
fine. There's also one on leading worship,
Cool.
which I am really looking forward to. That's in May. Introduction to Preaching is coming up in May. United Methodist
good.
Polity is coming up in May. Leading
Oh.
Public Prayers is August. No, well, they just had one in February. The next one is in August.
Okay.
It is 2 Saturdays, the 23rd and 30th of August, from 9
Oh,
a.m. to
okay.
3 p.m. And
9 to
that one's
3.
going to be led by Pastor Betty Weiser.
Oh, Betty, I love Betty. She's Nevada. When I
And
was on the committee, she came through for the interviews.
Right. And she has white hair, like
Yeah,
kind of like a real short bob or something.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's
and
Mm-hmm.
sweet.
it's $20 to take the class.
I may want to take that.
Yeah.
Might have to support Betty.
And it's
Are-
available on Zoom. You don't have to go anywhere.
That's what I was going to ask. Okay.
They have a class. The one that was starting tomorrow is deeper into the Bible, and that's the one I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to go into. And I think they were going from the Gospel of, yeah, Luke, the
Mm,
Gospel of Luke. And then there's a book. Typically, they have a book that they want you to buy. I
mm-hmm.
got mine on Kindle for like eight
Mm.
bucks. So,
Nice.
and I got the Book of Discipline, the United Methodist Book of
Mm.
Discipline.
Mm-hmm.
The
So
new one?
the new one. I got it
Ooh,
on Kindle.
okay,
Nice. Yeah, I think it's downloadable, but it's not in print until June, I think.
Yeah, it
okay.
is downloadable. I've got it. So,
That's cool.
but yeah, there's a lot of classes, and like I said, anybody can take these. They're not just for people going through the ministry or even to be a lay servant.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I finished my first two classes, I can apply to be certified as a lay servant, and I am going to do that. But the spiritual gifts class was wonderful. There's so many different classes. Devotional life in the Wesleyan tradition, congregational care for people who want to be
Mm-hmm.
in caring ministries. There's
Mm-hmm.
stuff
Mm-hmm.
there. Deeper into the Bible, introduction to preaching, leading worship. So many different classes that are available, and they're going on all the time. So good stuff.
Very cool.
So you might find a calling that you didn't know you had.
That's right. Mhm.
Yeah, the spiritual gifts class especially.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how do I put that? They do require, it's not one of those Zoom classes you can log on and just listen. You
Oh,
are
like you have to
you're
register.
engaged
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
in the
Yeah.
class.
Uh-huh.
So, and there were times I felt like I was, because some people are more talkative than others.
Mm-hmm.
I am not as shy as I used to be about sharing my opinions.
Mm-hmm. Good.
That's
Good.
Lost the
where,
filter. That
yeah,
seems to happen when we turn 50. The filter.
Right.
yes.
Amen.
So I'm very vocal, but it also, when you say stuff and sometimes you go back, why did I say that? It was kind of stupid, but it also makes you think more
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
me. And I cannot, Jeff Holder was the
Older.
teacher. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of the last class, the spiritual gifts class.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just a precious man, just very,
Mm-hmm.
very nice. And he's
Mm-hmm.
about to retire. He is 74, 73, 74.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't even start until he was well into his 50s, early 60s. So
Mm-hmm.
he
Mm-hmm.
started in like 2008, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he became a certified lay minister first, then went back and got ordained.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's not uncommon, especially in the Methodist Church, to do it midlife or whatever. It's like you can only run from your calling for so long
yeah.
before God's like, sit down and shut up. I got plans for you.
Well,
Okay, I surrender.
he
Smack you
asked me why I
upside the
was
head.
doing that. Yeah,
Mhm.
he asked me why I was doing this so late in life. Well, late in life, I guess, is subjective, but um, at 65 almost. And I was like, well, I planned to do it 40 years ago, but
Right. Yeah. Life
things happened.
happens. Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
I went a different path because the church wasn't welcoming to gay people.
Right. Yeah.
So I went a different path,
Mm-hmm.
and for better or worse,
Mm-hmm.
my life has turned out good. I'm not going to complain. My life has turned out really well. I am
Mm-hmm.
blessed beyond measure, but at the same time, it was not what I thought I was going to be spending my life doing. So,
Yeah. Right. I went to seminary, a couple years after college. I was 23 or 24 or something. Anyway, but I didn't do the ordination process because we were moving around so much and you have to attach to a conference. We
Mhm.
were moving. Well, then I had babies, and I was stay-at-home mom for 7 years. It was like life doesn't always flow with ministry.
no,
It's like the commitment required. It's like, well, It's easy to put it off, in other words.
Yeah. And
For
I'm going
valid
through this
reasons.
program. I'm going through this program because I want to, but I have no idea how I want to serve or what God is really calling me long term to do.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I just want to get the certification.
I was just thinking April did the same thing. She became a certified
Right.
lay minister, maybe even a licensed local pastor at one point, and then went to
Mhm.
Claremont.
Mhm.
So
So that's
who knows what the future holds?
yeah.
And as they have repeatedly said during these classes, the future of the church is in the lay servants,
Yep.
the people
Yep.
in the church who are actually doing the work. It's getting so much harder to get people through the ordination process because it is financially
Mm-hmm.
a lot of money.
Insane. Mm-hmm.
It is insane, especially these days. Any, any degree is going to cost you $60,000, $70,000.
Mm-hmm.
So ordination is expensive, and a long-term commitment. That's what, 8 years?
Mm-hmm.
So I can be a doctor
Mm-hmm.
in that time. So it's hard. So the future of the church really is in lay ministry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For sure.
And there's so many churches being served by lay pastors.
Mm-hmm.
So, but good stuff. I'm enjoying it. I've learned so much and I'm really excited about it. And I could talk about it for hours, but I have to get back to work.
Boo!
So, all right.
Head to the church. Bye.
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 Have a wonderful weekend. I will see both of you sometime this weekend, I'm sure.
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah.
Right. Definitely Sunday.
I don't know if I have nothing better to do. See ya.